Hi Cancer, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective finance reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check out your other placements where you're likely to find a message there. You will find all of your other placements in the playlists, so yeah, check those out whenever you're ready. Now, as always, this is a timeless reading, so whenever it falls into your feed is likely to be when it's relevant for yourself. So Spirit, can we get some cards please for Cancer, for the financial situation that you want to bring up and how they can help improve it? Can we get some cards please? It's a lot coming out to the side, Spirit. So looking at this, Cancer, you have got a lot of challenging times ahead of you, or at least you're in a bit of a challenge. Might be in a bit of a pickle. Your overall energy, we do have the Star card. Now, the Star card is very much suggesting that you're trying to emulate success that other people have already got. Very much looking at what other people, or how other people have got where they are. Potentially, if you're looking at a particular finance, or maybe you're looking at, you want to save a lump sum. You know, you might be looking at how did other people do it. If you want to buy a house, you might be asking people, how did they buy a house? How did they save the money for it? You know, very much trying to emulate success. Now, it could simply be that you're looking at getting a pay rise. Maybe you're looking at a job promotion and you're asking around how you would get that as well. So very much looking at people that already have the success you want and how you can go about that. Now, in your current financial situation, we have the Devil. Now, the Devil is coming out to the side. So when he's in the upright, it's telling me that you're channeling all of your energy in your finances in one direction so that you can get tangible rewards from it. You know, very much putting all your eggs in one basket, as we say, and expecting a good return. In the reverse, he's spreading, I want to say spreading the love. So it's like you're, you know, spreading your energy, spreading your money out. So maybe you've got multiple jobs. Maybe you've got multiple accounts, multiple investments of some form, and very much spreading it around. So you might not get as much from somewhere, you might just get little increments at a time, not anything big. This is suggesting to me that you may have a mixture of big and little investments. It could just be a mixture of things. Maybe you're spreading your energy out all over the place. Maybe you've got multiple jobs, but you're not actually getting much. Well, you might be getting a lot from one thing, but not from others. You might be trying to think of how to word it. You could be doing. It's like a Two of Pentacles in a normal read, where you kind of juggling things, very much suggesting to me that you may be doing a lot of stuff in one thing and not getting much for it. or you're getting a lot for it, for putting. So it's like maybe you're working and you're in education, but you're getting more from your education than you would from working. I get that obviously your education isn't going to necessarily pay out, but it will in the long run, you know. And you could be working part-time on the side to help try and finance it, but it's only something that you're getting that's a little return because it's just to keep you ticking over. And that's what I mean by you putting your energy into multiple things. Let's get some clarification on that Devil. You could be exhausting yourself out as well with that Devil coming out to the side. And it could potentially be that you don't know what you need to invest more into. You don't know whether to put it all in one or whether to put it into multiple things. You might not know the best course of action. So we have the King of Pentacles that come out to the side. Now the King of Pentacles in the upright is somebody that's very stable. In the reverse, he's got money, but he's spending it like it comes in. So there's no savings. So this is telling me that you're trying to potentially save a bit of a nest egg, but at the same time, you're looking at that nest egg and wanting to possibly invest it into certain things, or you may have invested it into something and you're hoping it's going to give you a long-term payoff, but you're not sure. You may have spread it out into a few different areas hoping for a good payoff at the end, and you're not actually sure whether or not you're going to get that. We have a Two of Wands, so the Two of Wands in the upright is you stopping and looking at the end game. What is it that you want? Very much planning towards that, taking the time to make the plans for it, taking the necessary steps. In the reverse, you're just doing everything for the immediate short term. So to me, it very much looks like you don't know whether or not you want to invest for the long term or just for the short term. It could even be that what you've been doing is splitting your investments up. So you've, like I say, with the whole education and working at the same time, you've got your short-term fix of you're working part-time to pay your bills, and then you've got your long-term fix of your education. So it's very much up in the air over which one is going to be winning out for you. Is it the short term? Is it the long term? We do have the Fool in the reverse, which is telling me that you don't let your emotions rule your spending, which is good. You're very clear on that. You don't have any kind of impulse buying. You're very strategic. You think things through when you are spending money or investing money, investing your time. You're making sure that you get the best out of it. Now in your challenge position, you have this Seven of Wands. Now, in the upright, this is telling me that you need to look at what you're spending on, and look at what you're spending on, see where your money is being drained, and then cut the spending there. In the reverse, it's not doing any of that. So to me, this looks like as though the challenge is to decide whether or not you want to cut spending out. So it could very well be that your little short-term investments might be something that you need to cut out if you want to put your long-term into perspective, or maybe put your long-term on hold for now and concentrate on your short-term. Let's get some clarification. But very much striking a balance to look at your spending itself and making a decision on what it is that you want. What do you want to achieve? So we have a Two of Swords here that is telling me that you need to make sure that you're thinking over investments. So very much looking at them, deciding what is right, but you need to make sure that you're getting, or that you know what you want long term. Not so much, but you've got a good idea, you've got your plan in place. We have a Hanged Man who is very much telling me that if you do look at your spending and you do cut out where you are draining your finances, you can turn any situation into a good one. Same with reusing things, thrifting if you need to, second-hand goods, upcycling, things like that. Again, it's suggesting that, if you've not got any spare money, if you're finding that nothing's being drained, you could potentially upcycle things, thrift things, second-hand shops in the UK. I know it's thrift stores in America, isn't it? But very much, reusing, recycling, instead of buying everything new, is something that can obviously help improve your situation. And then we have a Page of Wands. Now that Page of Wands is in the reverse. He is telling you to put a trip on hold. So maybe part of what you're trying to invest into is some sort of trip. Maybe you're saving for some big exciting trip that you've wanted to go on. But this is suggesting that you need to potentially put it on hold. Now, obviously, all of this is a challenge. These are obstacles that are coming in. It could be that a trip's being delayed, or just simply that you need to delay spending on one at this point in time. It could be that you've got other people that are expecting you to pay for a particular trip. It could even be that the trip just costs too much and you haven't got the money freed up at this point in time to go for it. Now, what is available to help you? The Hangman. Again, but he's come out to the side again. So very much thrifting and, reusing, recycling, whatever it is that you can. And you might find that really hard to do because you've got that out twice now. So potentially you could find that a bit of a challenge. I know some people don't like secondhand goods, don't like thrifting, don't like recycling. They only like things that are new. So if you're one of those, it could be a big challenge to go to, to start buying things that are already used, pre-used goods. Or even to upcycle could be a bit of a challenge for you. Maybe you might have to learn some new skills to upcycle. Can we get some clarification on this Hangman, please, Spirit? So this Knight of Pentacles here, in the upright, he's got a fantastic plan. And when he goes towards it, he makes the steps to go towards it, and, it is going to come good. In the reverse, he's a little bit clueless. He doesn't necessarily know how to make the plan come into turn reality. It could even be that he's not made a plan. When he's out to the side, it's suggesting to me that you're trying to formulate some sort of plan. You're trying to potentially learn how to thrift. You might be trying to learn how to use, it's like re-educating yourself on what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, kind of not necessarily for society in general, but just for yourself. You might have grown up thinking that only poor people have secondhand thrift, but that's not the case. Hand-me-downs are handed out everywhere. It's just that you don't normally see it. It's not really talked about, but it depends, it's all dependent on what sort of things you're looking at. And you'll be surprised at how many people buy upcycled furniture and whatever else for a lot of money, So it's very much re-educating yourself on that is the way of the world nowadays. That sustainability, reusing things, recycling and everything else. That's the way that the world, is trying to move into things. So that it's not going to be frowned on if you're more likely to find that people will actually cheer for you if you start recycling and reusing a lot more. Now, we do also have an Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is telling me that you will be getting the money coming in. You're going to be putting in the hard work, and it is going to start flowing for you. Now, I've got a feeling that is going to come with you freeing up the funds, because this is part of what's going to help you freeing it up. Very much turning that difficult situation into a productive one, putting in that hard work, and you are going to be getting money from it. You are going to be making money and headway there. Now, we do have a Queen of Cups in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Cups does tell me that you don't necessarily know everything about money. You might not know much about money. You might not have much of a financial philosophy. I'm not going to lie. The only financial philosophy I know is look after the pennies and the pennies look after themselves. And I've got a jar full of pennies. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't really seem to, other than me keep gaining pennies, I don't really think there's much in there. But long term, there could be a couple of £100 in many, 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 many years' time, if pennies even exist then. Because let's face it, everybody's turning to cards. But very much learning a bit more about your money, understanding the fact that you don't know everything that's going on. You don't necessarily know everything to do with money, or you don't necessarily know all of the ways that you could keep it and grow it and everything else. So potentially looking at getting that extra financial help, or that extra help. Now, if you manage to take that help that is there, we do have a Queen of Cups coming out to the side. So very much suggesting to me that you'll still be learning about money. You'll still be learning how to manage it. You'll be learning all the different ways that you can do things. It looks like it's going to be something that's going to continue for you. Now, when it is eventually, when you have finished, the Queen of Cups turns in the upright, and then you'll be somebody that can support other people. You'll be able to pass on your financial philosophies, help others. And it just suggests to me that you are in that growing period where, not only will your income be getting stronger, but you too will be able to help others as well with theirs. Now, we've got that star that we had right at the beginning has now come out in your outcome. So very much making sure that you're achieving by looking at people that are successful. So learning financial philosophies, learning your finances from people that have already got it. Learning how to do things from people that have already been there. They've already got that success, and learning from them. We do have a Nine of Pentacles. Now that come out a little bit to the side. So Nine of Pentacles is very much dependent on decisions that you do make. So certain decisions will make it go in the upright, and you're going to have a lot of money coming in. Certain ones will make you lose a little bit of money. So it's a bit of a wobble card, I would say, when it comes out to the side, because it does depend on decisions that you do make. So certain things, like I say, if you learn enough, certain situations are going to mean that you gain a lot of income. You'll also gain, a lot of luck, but it does generally mean that your choices are wise as well, and that you've considered it fully. If you're not considering it, if you're not making a wise choice, you probably find that you're going to be losing a bit of money there too. And then we have the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant has come out in the reverse, and he is suggesting that once you've learned your financial philosophies, you won't actually need to manage your income quite so hard. So when he's in the upright, it's very much you being very, how do I put it? It's like you're monitoring your finances a lot. You're keeping an eye on it. You're keeping a tight rein on everything that's going in, going out. And you're maximising whatever it is you've got. You're getting every last thing out of every penny. It's like squeezing blood out of a stone, kind of. You're making sure that you're getting your absolute value's worth with that Hierophant. But when he's in the reverse, it's suggesting that you don't necessarily need to go quite that far, that you're going to be comfortable. You're not going to need to keep that close of an eye on it. You're going to be all right. You're going to have the financial knowledge and the backing to not have to scrutinize every penny and make sure that every penny is going to the right place. Right, let's get you an Angel of Abundance card to see what other messages Spirit's got for you. Okay, we've got no more complaining. So, complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never truly spiritual. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedoms. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Pisces. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I just said Pisces, didn't I? It's Cancer. I'm really sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Cancer. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Good luck improving your finances, and thank you for joining me.